EA Sports College Football. I'm Chris Fowler here with Kirk Herbstreit. Let's get this thing underway. Team out there getting ready, and this is it, the battle for the conference championship trophy. Fielded in the end zone. It's Booth. Solid coverage there. They get him at the 15. That's where the offense will take over. First and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. On the run here, lets it go. He fires this throw in his end. Good.
For the first play of the game, the defense comes up with a turnover. Good job of mixing up their coverages, showing one look, going to another. I think they confused the quarterback. He puts it right into coverage, and they're able to capitalize.
The offense, excellent field position to start this drive. And the ball is handed off out of the shotgun. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Now you see this with a lot of backs. There's a tendency to want to try to bounce it to the outside. Now sometimes the play calls for it, but you know the coaches are telling them to follow the blockers and execute the plan.
They lose 3 in that play, so now it's second down and 13. Important play coming up. Quarterback wants to throw it on second down. Deep shot toward the end zone. But outfield shot is incomplete. Brings up third down.
You know, I like the quarterback's patience here, and instead of trying to force the issue and squeeze the ball into coverage, he just decides to just basically throw it away and live for the next down.
Now it's third down and long. They would hate to waste this great field position. He escapes the pocket. Cannot connect. Incomplete, and now fourth down.
Hey, it's an incompletion, but it's a nice job by the quarterback. I know it didn't pan out, but the most important thing is he didn't turn the football over and he didn't take a sack. It'll give your kicker a chance to put some points on the board if they opt for the field goal here on fourth down.
Makes it look easy. So we have our first points on the board. That makes it 3-0.
I was watching this guy in pregame. He has got a strong leg. I'm surprised here he's able to put 3 points up here for the offense.
Bringing it out. It's Booth. He stopped at the 19. Good job by the coverage team. Here comes the Boise State offense back out on the field. See if this quarterback can bounce back. The last possession, a pick on the very first play. Gets some space and on the 30. That gain is good enough for a first down. Ball spotted at the 42.
Big runs like this are just demoralizing for a defense. It's one thing to give up big plays over your head against the pass game. When teams can run the ball, pick up yards like this, really affects the team's mental psyche and their confidence. And you'll start to see some missed tackles following a play like this.
And he's going to take a shot down the left side. The catch is made for a huge pickup.
You know, we talked this week with the offensive coordinator about what makes this receiver so special. He kept referring to his route running. Here's an example of that. Great route, enough separation to give the quarterback a nice lane to throw the football.
They make the tackle, but that screen pass call worked out. They gained the first down yardage. And the Broncos begin a new series here, first and 10. They'll run it here. They test the middle there, but get nothing.
That back just had nowhere to go. Got to give credit to the defense and their run fits on that play.
Second down after that run on the previous play. They're going to run it. That gets the carry. Able to fight for a decent gain here in that running play.
Well, they didn't bust that for a big play, but it makes this third down coming up a little bit more manageable, and that certainly has a lot of value.
Solid gain on the running play. Third down now. Out of the gun now on third down. And the pass is complete to the tight end. Tackle is made at the 8-yard line. It'll be first and goal right there.
You talk about balance as a play caller. I don't know if it gets much better than what this offense is doing. 3 runs, 3 passes, and all 3 passes have been completions. And now it's first and goal.
Caught behind the line. It's Smith. The defense all over it. They stop him right at the line.
It can be hard sometimes in a pre-snap, but if the quarterback can identify the outside coverage, he can avoid these kind of losses. This was just man coverage on the outside, and the secondary pounced on that screen.
Quarterback looking to throw it on second down. Makes the catch. Nowhere to run. They'll corral him for no gain.
This play's really well defended here by the defense. They try to sneak the back out. The defense is aware of it. Not only aware of it, keep him short of the line of scrimmage for a loss. Sometimes those backs can sneak out unidentified. This time the defense saw him and made the play.
Launching one to the end zone. Looking for a touchdown, but it's incomplete.
Boy, Chris, this drive looked outstanding until they got into the red zone. Seems like the wheels have come off. Third down and long makes it very tough to execute in the red zone. Now let's see what they come up with here on this fourth down play.
Coach electing to go for a field goal attempt. And it sails right through the middle of the uprights. Solid kick. And we're all tied up now.
And that one, my gosh, I mean, it's almost too easy. Nice kick.
Following the field goal, the kickoff team is out there now. And from deep in the end zone, he'll bring it out. He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line. Good job of the coverage team. Here's the first play of the drive now. They begin at the 19. On first and 10, looking to throw. Caught quickly. Broken tackle, still going.
I think it's important to kind of let your quarterback get into a rhythm early in the game. Sure, you'd love to see the big gains, but plays like this allow the quarterback to get settled into the game, find his rhythm, and then he can make the bigger plays later on.
Second down after that completion. There's the snap, and he's looking to throw. Snags the quick throw. Ball carrier heads out of bounds, but the pickup was good enough to move the chains. First down.
Chris, one of the things I love about this running back, it's not just this defense trying to defend him running the football. As you can see here early in this game, trying to get him involved in the passing game. Great call.
Big guys up front lined up. It's first down. Looking to throw here. Makes a quick catch. They bring him down at the 45, but a solid gain to keep this drive going.
Defense kind of lost the running back here. Makes a nice catch and gets the first down in the process.
The offense with 3 tight ends now in first down, trying to create a mismatch. They're going to run it here. First down, looking for more now. Oh, and he's free down the left side. Can they run him down? Touchdown, Miami. No chance to catch him there.
What a long run for the touchdown. I don't know if this defense was caught sleeping or walking in mud. I can't pick which one. Maybe it's both, because the running back just went right by them so easily for the big gain and a big-time score.
Well, they'll try to add to the lead now with the PAT. Connects on the PAT, so it's 10-3. kickoff team out there, they are fired up after just scoring a touchdown. And he'll take off from deep in the end zone. Tackled at the 13. Not great field position to start the drive. Here's the first play of the drive. They'll set up from the 13. On the run, it's Ward. Got the first down and still motoring. Tackle made at the 23 as he gains some important breathing room.
Well, just a great play by the running back here. Just finding his lanes and exploding through the gap when it opened up.
And they'll go right back to him on first down.
You know, in the era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field out, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense has countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example of a defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage, not give up big run plays.
Breaking free at the 35. Tackle's made, but not before he makes the 43-yard line. This drive is going now.
Just what a great battle here at the line of scrimmage. Good push by the offensive line, and the back does enough to be able to pick up the first down.
The Broncos will line up on 1st and 10. The pre-snap motion from the offense. Quick throw to the quarterback off the RPO. Tackle made after a big gain all the way to the 36. Kirk, as we take a break for the quarter here, it's Miami in front. And at the end of the first quarter, let's check out the stats so far.
Miami, 10. Boise State, 3.
So here we go, first play of the quarter. The offense has a first down. Toss play to the outside.
Those positive yards on 1st and 10, and it's not quite a first down. Looks like it'll bring 2nd and inches, but sure does open up the playbook here to be able to open up, maybe take a shot downfield.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Direct snap to the back. And the Broncos pick up enough yards to move the sticks.
Hey, it's not a lot, but you know what? It's enough for the first down. Move those sticks and keep this drive going.
The offense finally producing here. Sets up a 1st and 10. Ball handed to the running back. And they try the middle, but stuffed for no gain. Talk about quickness. That play is absolutely blown up in no time.
Chris, I don't know if that's a misassignment by the offensive lineman or just really good instincts there by the defender, but that play is blown up right at the snap.
What's the play call here on 2nd down for this offense? Looking for a man. Caught in the backfield. It's Ward. They get him down quickly. Not much of a gain on that completion.
They're able to get a short gain to make this 3rd down a little bit more manageable. But it is 3rd and long, so this offensive line's got to be ready, do a good job of communicating, and pick up any potential blitzes here on 3rd and long.
The pass rush closing in. Now the pass rush gets home.
A really good job by this defense. The quarterback looked to be trying to work through his progressions to find his open receiver, but before he knew it, he's on his back.
So a field goal attempt coming up now. He was successful with his last kick. This one, though, from 46 yards away. Oh, and he's off target. It's no good. And after the miss, still down by 7. And the Hurricanes offense retakes the field. They were able to punch it in the end zone last time, looking to do the same thing here to see if the defense can make adjustments. First play of the drive, looking to throw the football. Swarm with a pass rush, a sack.
Nothing is more gratifying for a defense to be able to sit back and play zone and still get pressure on the quarterback with your defensive front.
So from the 21-yard line, it's now 2nd and long. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun. Moves out of the pocket. He'll try a pass here. Pass tipped to the line of scrimmage. That's a great play by the defense.
If that ball were thrown just a little bit higher, they could have gotten away with a completion. But great play by the defender getting a hand on it.
Critical third down play for this offense right here. Out of the gun now on third down. He's going to take off. That's a nice scramble there. A big gain, but not enough for the first down. The Canes will have to kick this away. He's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And the returner is brought down. So they begin the drive here in the final 3 minutes of the half. And now the handoff. Look out, room to run here. Now here he goes. And he finally goes out of bounds after a huge gain on the ground. Nice play.
There's nothing more that helps an offense than committing to that running game and popping an explosive run like this on the ground. It keeps the confidence of your offensive line up. Same with your back. It helps everything else that you're doing as an offense in your rhythm. Now you can come back with some counters, try to take some shots off of play action, and keep hammering away with that run game.
Game makes it second and medium. Quarterback looking to connect with the receiver here. The receiver grabs it, and the defense swarms. Not much of a gain on that completion. Offense hungry to convert here on third down. They don't want to send out the field goal team after what happened in the last attempt. Make the tackle, but nice gain. Sets him up first down at the 14. It's the 2-minute timeout of what's been a really competitive game so far. Let's see if the offense can take the lead before the break. The Broncos come to the line to start a fresh set of downs. Looks right for a quick completion. Touchdown, Boise State. They couldn't stop him there.
Perfect timing here by this quarterback. Great read, puts the ball where his man can make a play on it, and they're an extra point away from tying this game up.
And the PAT is good. And with that extra point, we're all tied up now in the second quarter. So it'll be a touchback. Ball spotted at the 25. So here we go, first play of the drive, under 2 minutes before halftime. Ball handed off. And the one moves the ball up to the 33.
Setting the tone early with good runs like this can really wear defense down and keep the defense guessing. That's why some of the best coaches of all time have primarily done it with great run games.
Second down after that run on the previous play. There's the snap. Looking to throw the ball. Looking right. This one caught. And he runs out of bounds. That's a big gainer there.
Well, this is the risk you take when you play man-to-man coverage and you leave a linebacker on a running back. The quarterback does a nice job of seeing that mismatch and getting the ball to the back for some good yards.
They mix it up with a run. Going absolutely nowhere. It would be a loss of a play.
Man, every defensive coordinator will tell you, I just want my guys to play fast. And how about that one right there? He almost ends up tackling the quarterback as he's handing the ball off. This offense is lucky they didn't end up fumbling.
He'll hand it off. It's a nice wrap-up there by the junior. So the offense getting set. This is not where you want to be against this defense. Third and long. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Lets it go quickly.
Tackle is finally made, but the gain is all the way to the 24.
Big conversion there on third down to the receiver. Quarterbacks love a guy that they can depend on in these kind of situations.
The offense operating at peak efficiency. They come to the line again. He makes the grab. And the tackle is made after a 4-yard gain, so 2nd and 6. The shotgun drops back looking for an open man. He's going to pull it down and run. Brought down at the 3 after an excellent running play.
Well, this offense was looking for a big play, and I think this quarterback's eyes lit up when he realized there's nobody in front of him. He takes off and goes a long way. Not only does he pick up a first down, but a big gain to boot.
The Canes line it up with 1st and goal. Moving the receiver around pre-snap. Design quarterback run. Motors all the way to the end zone. Touchdown, Hurricanes.
Chris, that's what I love about this quarterback. It's a great touchdown, but he shows you his versatility. We know he can throw it, but here he shows you his speed and how he can make the defense pay for that as well.
So they'll try to add to the lead now with the PAT. And after the extra point, it's a 17-10 lead. So an important touchdown just before halftime. Not much time for the opposing offense to try to answer before the break. Here comes the return from deep in the end zone. Tackled at the 14. Not very good field position to start here. So here comes the first play of the drive. Can they do something in the final 30 seconds of the half? Here comes a first down pass attempt. Looking deep to the right side. And it's picked off. He throws it right into double coverage and pays for it. He goes down, but they'll have a chance here now just before halftime.
Well, that's now 2 interceptions for this quarterback, and we're only in the first half. This is the exact start this defense was hoping for to create a ton of momentum.
Time ticking away. Time for just one more play before halftime. Ball handed off. And tackled after a small pickup there. Minutes going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it now to Kevin Connors with our halftime update. And the Broncos will kick this away to start the second half. He's going to return it from deep in the end zone. Tackled at the 14. Not very good field position to start here. And here comes the Miami offense back out onto the field. An effective running game is why they're on top. Let's see if the defense can find a way to stop that. Makes the throw across the middle of the field. Intercepted, picked off by the defense. He's bringing it back. Touchdown, Broncos. The defense contributes 6 points. And on this conference championship stage, it's the defense that makes the play to tie this game up.
Man, Chris, think about this. There's so much at stake. You're trying to win a conference championship. Who knows? Maybe move on, get to the postseason, into a playoff, and to come up with a play like this from your defense where they create the turnover and score themselves to tie this thing up. This is going to be an exciting finish.
Trying to make a play from deep in his end zone. He'll be tackled at the 17. Strong job by the coverage team. And the Miami offense is back on the field. It'll be interesting to see if this quarterback can bounce back. He threw a pick-6 in the last possession. Looking deep downfield to the left. And it's hauled in. What a catch.
Touchdown, Canes, to put them on top now.
This guy can do it all. We've seen him go behind coverage and make plays downfield. We can see him catch the ball underneath, just like this. And when he catches a football, he is so dangerous after the catch. This one leads him into the end zone for the 6 points.
PAT puts him in front by 7. So after putting up the touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away. Fielded in the end zone. It's Booth. And he stopped with the 18. Returner trying to make a play, but a touchback would have been a better idea. And the Boise State offense is back out on the field. The last possession ended quickly. The interception on the first play. Let's see if they can do better here. Now they're running on the toss. Get him down, but that's a nice play. Moves the ball to the 33.
Go with the toss play here to the left side. Let's give credit to the guys up front, the offensive line, center, guard, tackle. They seal the edge. But I love seeing the receivers' willingness to be a part of that and a good job of blocking downfield. Otherwise, that play cannot be spilled out of the backfield and into the open field. So everyone handled their responsibilities perfectly to pick up some nice yards.
Set. Here's second down. Here's the snap. Quarterback drops back. Looking to scramble. Going to try to use his legs here. Gets loose on the scramble. Picks up a decent gain. Short of the first down, though.
That's what I really love about this quarterback. Looks downfield. Everybody's covered. Instead of just throwing this ball away, he's got the athletic ability to make this defense pay for it by picking up some good yards.
The Broncos offense is on the move now.
You know, even though that these guys are facing a deficit, they're not just going all through the air. Love the fact that you're running the football, keeping this defense honest, not panicking by just throwing every single down. Now you get a new set of downs and a chance to keep moving the ball down the field.
They'll switch it up, looking to throw. Receiver makes the grab.
They make the stop after a huge play. Moves the ball to the 35.
And the Broncos have 1st and 10 here. From the gun, he looks for an open man.
On the move now.
That's incomplete. Even on a first down pass attempt, he felt heavy pressure.
How about the defense's effort here? You're dealing with one of the more athletic quarterbacks in the country. Anytime he scrambles, you better have 3 or 4 guys pursuing the football. They do a good job of affecting his rhythm by pressuring him to the whistle.
And they tackle him, but a nice pickup on that running play. The Broncos hustle to the line to crank up the tempo. And you'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
This guy has been dominant all afternoon long. At that time, the defense has got to be asking themselves, where is that bit? They finally get to him behind the line.
Now pass on the field goal attempt. The offense on the field, going for it on 4th down. That's a design quarterback keeper. Tackled at the 1-yard line. Couldn't quite get in, but an excellent run.
Boy, this offensive coordinator knows his offense. 4th down and short, you give it to your back. He's able to do the rest, not only pick up the first down, he almost walks that into the end zone for a touchdown.
And the Broncos trying to punch it in. It's 1st and goal. They'll run it here. The fullback gets the carry. And brought down at the line with that big defensive tackle. Offense facing 2nd and goal. Defense showing blitz here. Running a quarterback sneak here. Motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Boise State. Conference championship pressure, they just grind away. Beautiful execution on that methodical drive.
Man, I can't think of a better stage than the conference championship to put together a drive like that. Moving the sticks, executing along the way, avoiding any turnover potential, and coming up with a touchdown. Great job.
And from deep in the end, loses the football. The scramble is on. Recovered by the kicking team now. They'll steal possession here.
Another example of taking care of the football and how big of a deal this is. Usually it's running backs in practice that are working overtime on ball security. But after this, next week, this returner might be in those drills too. Can't be trusted to return it when you can't hold on to the football.
Looking to throw it on first down. Grab made by the tight end. Brought down at the 7. The completion moves him closer to the goal line.
And there's the tight end who shows off his hands.
Here comes a crucial second down play. Every yard tough to find down here in the red zone. Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. He's tackled for a loss after the catch. The defense all over that one.
Well, the defense is ready for that one. Good job of being able to hold the edge to this defense, showing the speed that they needed to bring him down. He didn't get back to the line of scrimmage.
We're going to convert on third down. They come to the line in the Wildcat formation. And it's a direct snap. When he's getting boxed in, the defense not at all fooled by the Wildcat look.
Well, it seemed like the offense was trying to throw some kind of misdirection with that run there. But give credit to the defense. They were prepared for anything, and they swallowed that running back up. Nice defensive stand.
The Broncos will come to the line on fourth down, looking to keep the drive going. Fourth down, looking to throw for it. He's running out of time here. They trap him and sack him back at the 2.
Now, the quarterback's had to get the ball out of his hands. He had a lot of time back there in the pocket, looking over the field, desperately trying to find an open receiver. Nobody's open, but he still has got to take off and try to make a play. Instead, he's sacked, and it's a turnover on downs.
And looking to throw now on first down. Let's it fly to the wideout. He's got it in the open. And they'll move the 6 on that one. It's a first down to the 42.
Boy, nice throw and a great catch here by this Miami Hurricane wide receiver. For our younger audience out there who might be watching this game, I got to tell you, you may not remember this, but Miami set the tone for wide receiver play for decades, and they're working their way to get back to that now.
First down here at their own 42. One big play has really set the tone here for a productive drive. Defense is coming after him. Physical defending. That one falls incomplete. Brings up second down.
Everything about this play tells you about today's offenses and what they're asking out of their running backs. You can't just be a guy who runs the football anymore. You have to be able to catch it as well, and he didn't do a very good job of it on this play.
And throwing again on second and 10. That one falls incomplete. Looking for a flag. Doesn't get it. Brings up third down.
You know, this is the one thing I love about this running back is his ability to get involved in the pass game. Runs a great route, just doesn't come down with a catch.
Promising start to the drive, but now 2 incompletions sets up a third and 10. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. He escapes the pocket. Deep throw across his body to the left. And that one's picked off. What a play. Could take it all the way. Past the 50. Across the 40. They'll finally catch him. That's a huge return. They get the takeaway and set the offense up in great position.
Wow, what a play by this defense to come up with the interception. And a big return. They almost take it to the house, but you got to give the quarterback some credit. Yeah, he threw a pick, but he didn't give up on the play and hang his head. Instead, he makes the tackle to prevent the defense from scoring.
Off the play fake on first down. And he's going to take a shot down the left side. Makes the catch and gets his foot down. What a play. Good for a first down. third, and we have a conference championship classic on our hands. Let's check out the stats real quick. And let's see how this one unfolds in the final quarter, set to get underway. Back at it to start the quarter. Offense getting set to run a first down play. They open the fourth by going to the air. Looks toward the sideline and finds the running back. Brought down, but the completion moves the ball to the 6. Defense getting pushed back.
The running back that time just kind of sneaks out of the backfield and shows his hands on that nice catch.
QB keeper all the way. The junior able to bring him down quickly.
Well, anytime you use your quarterback as a runner, the goal is obviously to hit some big plays. You got to be careful of letting your quarterback take too many big hits. Not only can he get tired, he can also start to fumble the football.
Keeps it on the design run. They finally stop him, but that gain is good for a first and goal. And we're going to go with the Wildcat formation and an extra blocker. Let's see what they have in mind here. Direct snap. Touchdown, Broncos. And they take the lead here in the fourth quarter. They will try to add the lead now with a PAT.
Chris, I know the back's going to get a lot of attention for this touchdown, but I was focused on the offensive line. You had 5 guys working as one. Great communication, able to get up to that second level and open things up nicely to allow the back into the end zone.
He's going to return it from deep in the end zone. And he's brought down at the 16. Would have been better off leaving it in the end zone for a touchback. Hurricanes offense retakes the field. The last possession ended in an interception. Let's see if they continue to trust this quarterback in the passing game. And he slings it deep back to the left side. And it's hauled in way downfield. They bring him down, but an explosive play by this offense. Big game.
That is great arm strength and accuracy by this quarterback. Let's not forget the wide receiver's job of bringing it in for that big gain.
So the ball placed right at midfield as the offense starts with a 1st and 10. There's the handoff. 0 running room. Stopped right at the line of scrimmage.
It was an excellent effort by this defense, just staying in their run fits, holding their own at the line of scrimmage, and then making a tackle. Offense just couldn't get enough of a push to get any yards at all.
2nd down, they're going to throw it. Moves out of the pocket. It's incomplete. That was caused by the defensive pressure. And now it brings up 3rd down.
Well, sometimes an answer for an offensive coordinator against a good pass rush is to move the launching point. Move the quarterback from one spot to another to affect the rhythm of the pass rush. That's not having any kind of impact at all on this defense. They're getting after this quarterback no matter where he is. They do a good job of it right here.
Quick throw to his receiver. Makes the catch downfield. They make the stop, but it's a big gain down to the 29.
Well, trailing in the game like this, the offense really needed this conversion, and they got it. Let's see if they can build on some momentum after that.
And the Canes moving quickly down the field here. Here's a throw underneath to the tight end. Brings her in the end zone. Touchdown, Miami. Still no answer for this offense.
This guy is a matchup problem. You put an undersized safety who can run with the tight end, and he's going to go over top of him. You put a big, strong linebacker on him, and he's going to outrun him. Just a really tough matchup, as you saw right there.
He does his job with a PAT, and this ballgame is tied here in the fourth quarter. And he'll take off from deep in the end zone. Solid job by the coverage team. They bring him down at the 16. Looks like a man is down on the field after the last play, so we'll take a timeout. And here comes the Boise State offense back out on the field. Quick
throw to the left.
It's a nice gain. He'll move the football up to the 27.
Good job of reading the blitz here by the quarterback. It doesn't matter where it's coming from. The tight end knows that they've become a big part of the passing game because they should be an outlet. Anytime you see that kind of pressure, those extra bodies are starting to come after the quarterback. Quarterback's going to turn and get the ball out of his hands quickly, this time to the tight end for the first down.
Second down after that run on the previous play. And the quarterback drops back looking for an open man. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. And that broken tackle will earn him first down yardage. That's a nice pickup there. They find some space in the zone and pick up the first down.
Yeah, really nice call here, Chris, to be able to pick up this first down on this drag route. The quarterback does a nice job of being patient, waiting for that window to open up in that zone, and he put it right on the money for the receiver to have a chance to not just catch it, but eventually get the first.
And the Broncos lining up here on 1st and 10. And there's the handoff. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Chris, that play just didn't have much of a chance at all from the snap. Quarterback hands this off and just nowhere to go. It's almost like the defense was anticipating the play call, and they put themselves in a position to come up with a nice tackle for a loss.
They look to throw it here on second down. Fires it to the wideout.
Wide open downfield. Tackle made after a huge gain all the way to the 40.
This is what makes this guy so tough. It's basically an option route. With the ability to break in or out, he sets his defender up, gets leverage to the inside, and they have a nice completion.
The offense really clicking against this embattled defense. They go with a direct snap. Nowhere to run up the middle.
Well, this offense has really been moving the ball at will on this drive. And a nice job here on this defense to finally come up and make a nice play for no gain.
Second down after that previous play. Throwing off play action. Goes to his right side there for the completion. They bring him down after a short gain there. And look at this, the fullback getting involved in the passing game. You don't see that too often these days.
How about the big fella? The good news is this guy has pretty good hands, and we saw it right there on full display.
Running back grabs it on the screen. Defense flies in. They make the tackle behind the line of scrimmage.
Well, obviously you're going to throw the football on third down. But, man, they complete that pass and lose yardage to set up this big fourth down.
Tie ball game, late, and they're going for it on fourth down. Looking to throw for the first down. Comes up with the catch.
Just great execution here on this fourth down to keep this drive alive. And what I love is the accuracy from the quarterback and a good job by the receiver knowing where that route needed to be able to catch the ball and pick up the first down.
The defense needs a stop to force overtime. Here's the toss play. Runner heads outside. Defense cannot get this offense to fourth down. Offense continues the long drive. Keeping it on the ground here. They make the tackle there, but a penalty marker is on the field. Let's see what that's about. And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty and take the yardage. This is a long march now. Offense getting ready for play number 10. Looking to pass here on second down.
Catch made in space. Look out. They bring him down short of the end zone, but this will set up a first and goal.
And the defense takes a timeout to stop the clock with 28 seconds remaining. The Broncos hoping to punch it in here. They have first and goal. They'll try to run this one in.
Touchdown, Boise State. They have taken the lead with time running down.
Just so impressed by this offense and the way they've executed throughout most of this day. Now with the game on the line, they deliver and give them the go-ahead score. There's enough time, though, on the clock. Your defense is going to have to go out there and make some plays to be able to win this game.
Got momentum after scoring that touchdown. Now the kickoff team out there to kick it away. Here comes the return from deep in the end zone. Oh, he's got a crease here. Look out. Turns on the speed. Still going. It's a foot race. Yes, all the way to the house. Touchdown. A kick return all the way for a touchdown with a conference title on the line. He's never going to forget that.
Yeah, he'll never forget this. You're right. Conference championship, huge stage. Everybody's watching. Great blocks up front to get him started. And then it was just raw speed and instincts to take it to the house.
The PAT is up and good, and we are all tied here in the final quarter. Kickoff team out there, they are fired up after just scoring a touchdown. Trying to make a play from deep in his end zone. And he's brought down at the 16. Would have been better off leaving it in the end zone for a touchback. First play of the drive, they'll set up at the 16. First down, looking to throw the ball. Looking for his big tight end. And that's incomplete. Just 8 seconds remaining now.
Well, they don't make the completion here. The timing seemed to be off between a quarterback and the receiver. But, man, this defensive coordinator, he may want to consider getting more pressure on this quarterback by changing some things up. He's got a lot of time back there to throw the ball. And eventually, that's going to cost him.
Caught way downfield for a huge gain.
And a timeout is taken with just 1 second remaining in the game. So check it out. Here comes the field goal team. They are a long way out, putting a lot of trust in the kicker here. And from way downtown, a chance to take the lead here in the final seconds.
Oh, and he missed it. The kick is no good.
The try is no good, and we're still tied. Here comes our first play of overtime. Out of the shotgun, he hands it off.
First down and more. He's still running. That's a nice play. It'll set him up first down now at the 12.
You know, offensive linemen are just a certain breed. They're always going to do their job, no matter who's back there carrying the ball. I'll tell you what, they have a little bit more confidence when the person that's carrying the ball can break off some big-time runs. That makes them block just a little bit harder, knowing what he's potentially capable of doing.
Coming to the line on second down. This is important. They want to avoid a third and long. From the shotgun, drops back.
Looking to scramble. And he steps out of bounds. No gain on the play.
Well, that is a clinic by this defense on this quarterback run. String him out to the sideline, nowhere for him to go. All he could do is step out of bounds for no gain.
From the shotgun, an inside handoff.
They'll finally stop him, but that gain is good for a first and goal.
I like that you trust your running back and you're still trying to run the football. You got to be careful. You get into overtime, this defense is thinking not just stop this runner, but try to rip that ball out as well.
Here's the handoff on 1st and goal. We'll try to run inside, but nowhere to go.
Well, the defensive line does their job eating up those double teams, freeing up the backers to make the play.
Nothing on that play makes it 2nd down and goal from the 2. We'll try to muscle toward the end zone on the ground. Try to run it up the middle, but get nothing.
Well, they came very close to punching that one in, and now 3rd down and goal. And if I'm the OC, I challenge my offensive line in that back. I just slam it right back into that A-gap and try to overpower that defensive front.
On the ground, trying to muscle it across the line. They stop him behind the line. That'll set up 4th down now.
And that is just a great job by this defense on 3rd down. Getting penetration, they come up with a loss. Now, it's a big decision. 4th down, as an offensive coordinator, you've been going backwards. What do you call?
So here we go. The coach rolling the dice, going for it on 4th and goal here in overtime. Here's the snap, looking to throw here. On the move now. Looking for 6. Trying for a pick 6 to win the game. That'll do it. Game over. The defense makes a decisive play to win it in overtime. So here we go. This defense needing to come up with something special here. Make a play and keep hope alive in this game. And that run produces a decent gain. And the Broncos are going to cash in this red zone trip. Handoff from the shotgun. Nothing doing on that play. The big D tackle there for the stop. So now it's 3rd and short. If they can't make the 1st down, want to at least position the ball for a game-winning field goal attempt. Fighting for yardage, but the defense stops him just short of that 1st down marker.
Now they run the football here. I thought he might have enough room to be able to extend to get across that 1st down mark, but he's going to be a couple yards short. Good job by the defense of having awareness of space there and knew exactly what they needed to do to bring him down.
Here we go. We'll set up for a potential walk-off game-winning field goal. He got it! A walk-off winner in overtime.
Well, Chris, it's a nice kick here to polish off that drive with at least 3 points up on the board.